This is Jeff Kresge, and I'm going to help you set up your iPad so that you can use some translation tools. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our Settings app. It's a gray app, and it looks like it's got some gears. So if you click that Settings app, on the left side, that's over here, we're going to scroll down and we're going to find General. It's the top one in the second category here. And then if you click General, it'll bring up this side over here, and then we're going to look for Language and Region right here. So Language and Region is going to be, it's going to have a blue globe, Language and Region. If we tap that, we can add languages. So as you can see, I've got English, I've got Spanish already here. I've also got Latin American Spanish down here. You can add languages by clicking the Add Language button, which I'm not going to do because it'll stop this recording. But you can click the Add Language and find your language, and you can either type it in or you could speak it by hitting the microphone button. Once you have those added, you can change what you want first, second, or third. So for example, I have it in French, which I do speak a bit of. If I want to move French above Spanish, it will change things, and then I can set it that way. So whatever you want the language, the iPad language to be in, and I want mine in English, should be at the top, and then you can change the order. So that's how you add languages. Then we're going to go on the left-hand side to Accessibility. Instead of General, I'm going to tap Accessibility. Comes up with this logo right here. First thing I want you to look at is spoken content. It's a black speech bubble, and if I click spoken content right here, I can turn on speak selection. Yours probably looks like that, off, but I want to slide that over so that it's green, so it'll be speak selection. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to highlight the content. I'm going to tap that, and at the top of the screen, yours might be off. I want you to turn it on, so you'll see a green logo there when it's on. And then I want you to go to Words and Sentences and make sure that's checked. If it's not, I want you to change and tap Words and Sentences. And then I want you to go to Background Color, and I want you to choose Word Color. You can choose what you want, but blue and yellow work really well. So you could tap, click blue, and go back, and then hit yellow. And that will allow you to see the words when it's spoken, which we'll show that later. Let me show you what we turned on. If I want to highlight this sentence, I'm going to long press on the screen. I'm going to get the blue pins. I'm going to put the first pin where I want it to start reading, and I'm going to put the second pin where I want it to stop reading. You'll notice we have Translate as an option, and we have Speak as an option. We have Translate as an option into the languages that are here. So if you click this arrow, all of the options are here that I can translate it into. You'll also notice, if I go back and tap in that blue area, it says to speak. If I have it speak, it will speak in the language that I chose it to. So let me tap speak and you should hear it.
A badly crushed cranium unearthed decades ago?
You'll notice also that when it read, it turned the whole paragraph yellow and it read the words that it was reading in blue. So let me show you that one more time. I'm going to highlight the section that I want it to read. It'll turn the whole thing yellow and then the words that we're reading in blue.
A badly crushed cranium unearthed decades ago?
The next thing that I want to show you when I'm clicking on this is that if I hit translate, I can have it translate into the language that I want. So right now it's translated into Spanish for me, but if I hit the play button, it will also speak it in Spanish. So let's see if that works.
Un cráneo muy aplastado desenterrado hace décadas.
So that way you can translate anything that you want into the language of your choice. Up at the top of the screen, some websites, not all, have this little logo right here. That logo is called Reader View. And if you tap Reader View, I can hide distracting items so I can get rid of all of these commercials. Or I could just hit show reader and everything goes away and my screen turns the color that I want it to, which is gray. You'll notice now all the commercials are gone. All I've got is the article itself and images and pictures that go with the article. You'll also notice that I still have those options to click and to hold and have it read what I want. That translate is there and that speak is also there. So I can again have it translate into Spanish. If a website does have reader view, sometimes I can translate the whole website into another language as well. So for example, I'm going to go up to reader view. You'll notice that I can listen to the page here, and I can also, if I go to hide reader, I can translate the website, and I've got the options that I chose for my languages. Or if you remember, I did Spanish and French. I could choose to tap French, and it'll translate this entire website into French, which it now is. So it's translated into French. Again, I can just have it speak it in French if I wanted to. So,
Un crâne gravement écrasé déterré il y a.
I can now translate a whole website into French and have that spoken to me. I want to show you one more option that's really, really cool, and that's called live text. And that's in a camera app. So I'm going to go to my camera app. My camera app looks just like this. And I've got some text in front of me. If I hit this text, you'll notice that in the top right-hand side, I've got this little icon that looks like paper and lines. I can click that, and then it'll take a picture of what I'm looking at. I can now hold my finger on the screen, long press again, and I can get it to do what I did before, and I can have it speak, and I can have it translate. This works for any paper, so anything on the wall, any book, anything that you want translated, you can instantly translate into the languages that you want. So again, I could do Spanish, but I could also do it into French, and I can also have that read to me from here.
Ces organisations partenaires, y compris le Partenariat pour la croissance économique du comté de Chautauqua CCPEG. La mission de CCIDA est de faire Chautauqua